Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Sin Gaming. As the title suggests, I'll be introducing a new monthly series to the channel in which we'll be showcasing top 5 mods of the month voted by the Nexus community. This time we'll take a look at the top 5 mods for month April. We'll start off with EVG Conditional Idles. With the introduction of the dynamic animation replacer and it being the top 5 mods for the previous month, comes this nifty little mod that simply introduces a few basic hand animated idles that are roughly 9 to 13 seconds long and that only self-activate in specific conditions. It is applicable to players and humanoid NPCs. The mod is designed to be unintrusive and most conditions are difficult to trigger unless you're really trying to. Animations that are easier to trigger, however, have a % chance to activate. The mod comes with 7 unique animations that self-activate when your character is cold, fatigued, injured, drained of magicka, stamina, explores under the rainy weather, or is stripped from armor or clothes. For example, after a tough battle with many of the Skyrim's dangers, should your character find himself with less than 50% health, the cool little hand gesture will activate, presenting the aftermath of a tough battle you just went through. If you find yourself exploring the cold areas of Skyrim, your character will shiver, increasing its personality and giving the overall feel like you indeed are responding to environment's cold hazards. Works great with all of the survival mods, as they are supported including Frostfall, Campfire, as well as the plenty of popular weather mods. Additionally, same goes for spending your magicka or stamina reserves. All of the animations are unisex, seamlessly fit into the Skyrim's world, and are not designed to be intrusive or over the top. Finally, keep in mind that if you are using player character exclusive animations, they will have a higher priority over this mod's animations. Good thing to keep in mind when you're trying to combine all of the animations into one when building your character's personality that you yourself imagined. The mod is really simple as that, works great, and has no script lag. I highly suggest you try out the mod yourself, unless you personally do not prefer the animations themselves. Moving on to Reliquary of Myth. This mod in particular is one of my favorites from the list, and it found a certain place in my load order ever since I discovered it. Simply put, Reliquary of Myth is a mod that offers balanced, lore-friendly and unique enchantments to nearly all of the Skyrim's most unique artifacts that you would maybe use early in a playthrough and throw away later after reaching halfway through the endgame. This mod is an extensive artifact overhaul that is designed to change how each artifact works significantly by lessening the need for every character to level enchanting to survive at higher levels. The objective is to make every Skyrim artifact genuinely unique that is lore friendly to the extent that it feels more rewarding and usable in a modded playthrough. For example, taking Daedric artifact Dawnbreaker in question. This sword has been changed into a weapon that truly represents wielding light that is supposed to purge undead and darkness from the Skyrim's lands. Besides the standard sun damage, the sword fiery explosion does triple the damage to undead and additionally offers a radiating aura to the wielder. The aura itself grants blessing to you and nearby allies, restoring both health and stamina, while cursing the undead and draining those same attributes. Another cool thing added is the fact that if you are undead yourself, you will take 30 points of health damage per second. Another example would be improvement of the Golder's Amulet, which I would put in a category of one of those artifacts that is absolutely useless at any point during the game, and considering its backstory and the fact that you have to visit multiple locations, it does deserve to be more useful by the player upon obtaining it. This mod takes care of that, but not only increasing the bonuses giving through health, stamina and magicka, but also giving it an increased regeneration rate. Additionally, for it to fit its backstory, the mod author has also added a resurrection if you happen to die while wearing this amulet. This obviously has a cooldown to make it balanced, so it allows for Dragonborn to undertake riskier encounters. Every single artifact has been improved like this, which adds back the excitement to obtaining it and enriches your loot table in the game. The mod itself comes with an extensive faux mod or installation menu that allows you to select compatibility patches for various of popular mods on the Nexus. The mod also takes an ESP slot, so keep that in mind as well. I can with certainty say a highly recommended mod, which introduced more flavor into my current playthrough. Moving on to SSE Display Tweaks. While this is something that does not change your gameplay experience, it is great to have installed as a part of a series of Skyrim script extended tweaks that overall improves the game performance, fixes multiple of glitches, bugs, and optimizes the game further. These little tweaks in one are presented as a great solution for playing the game at higher frame rates. It includes OSD compatible physics fix, borderless full screen performance improvement, and refresh rate control, plus more. The mod features physics fix compatible with on-screen display software such as Riva Tuner Statistics Server, supports dynamic max time calculation, same as Havoc Fix plugin. Adds support for DXGI Flip Model, a direct 3D feature which greatly improves borderless full-screen mode performance, and adds support for features which were previously only available in exclusive mode. It also adds ability to disable VSync in borderless full-screen mode, and also refresh rate uncapped for exclusive full-screen mode. It also adds framerate limiting with separate windows for the UI, map, journal, and loading screen. It also adds lock cursor for the game window and fixes runaway mouse glitch for multiple monitor setups. Finally, it improves the game's startup time by skipping the processing of the missing plugins. With all that being said, the mod is obviously incompatible with the Havoc fix, and if you're using any EMBs, they will potentially override some settings, so personal testing is required. Additionally, these tweaks will work on any game version that is equivalent or above of 1.5.23. Not much else to say about these tweaks. I personally use them as somebody that has 3 screens and a huge mod list, and I definitely saw improvements in game loading times, full screen framerate uncaps, as well as lock cursor fixes. These little fixes by themselves are worth the install, if not for anything else that these tweaks themselves offer. Next up, we'll take a look at Sepolcri. Sepolcri is a complete overhaul for all burial sites inside Skyrim. It adds new gravestone models and textures, numerous details like urns, flowers, statues, cobwebs, candles, and lighting to give each graveyard a more immersive, characteristic, and atmospheric look. It also works as a replacer for all vanilla tombstones, so any mod that adds tombs will be able to take advantage of the new models and textures introduced by Sepolcri. The mod features 10 new gravestone models, 2 and 4K textures for all assets used, many new atmospheric details that include funeral urns, objects belonging to the deceased, spiderwebs, statues, diurnal and nocturnal insects to land on, gravestone and objects, candles, lanterns, and more. Sepolcri as a mod is compatible with everything and offers multiple of minor patches that will ensure compatibility with most if not all popular mods that are changing cities and places where burial sites exist. The mod also takes an ESP slot, so keep that in mind. Overall, a great overhaul mod of seemingly minor detail, however high quality nonetheless, and it found its permanent place on my load order. Finally, we have Away Come Away. When I first took a glimpse of this mod's page on the Nexus, I only thought that this is just an armor mod with perhaps a mini fetch quest. However, I found myself pleasantly surprised after starting and playing the quest, which had a unique approach and interesting design. Without spoiling too much, the quest will take you around a relatively small portion of Skyrim, telling you the story of the weapons and armor in question that you will be obtaining from this quest. It's done with decent voice acting, very good quest design, and quite a challenging encounter at the end of it, depending on your difficulty setup and mods installed on your load order. I think that the mod author undersold the quest in question, and in my personal opinion should probably update the description of the mod page considering the quest's high quality. I do want to go further into detail about the quest, however I can't help to think that I'd be spoiling a very decent experience for the viewer. With that being said, at the end of the said quest you will be obtaining a full set of female lore friendly armor, as well with a greatsword, torque, and a bow. All of the 3 mentioned above offer a unique and balanced enchantment that will certainly change the way you approach combat should you choose to play around it. Torque specifically is very interesting as it introduces different character bonuses depending on which day of the week it is. The armor itself, as shown in the background, has great texture fidelity, is very lore friendly, and looks like a great option for an archer type of a class, perhaps a beastmaster. Additionally, the armor itself is set to use the basic UNP body type, which would be compatible with most body texture mod. The mod author mentions that the armors is not necessarily incompatible with CBBE, as the set will look great regardless of which body type you're using. And on top of that, the mod author has included optional body slide slider support on the page. Finally, the mod offers a nice faux mod package and is recommended to be installed with your favorite mod manager. With that, we'll be wrapping up this video, and please remember to endorse any of the mods you used and enjoyed, and do subscribe to the channel if you like the content. The support in the past few videos has been great, and your feedback certainly helps with the reach of this channel and its videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.